UFC 310 just ended. It's time to recap it. Alexander Pantoja, Kai Asakura. Pantoja looking like the flyweight GOAT. DJ, I'm sorry. Demetrius Johnson, I'm so sorry. He just tied most finishes. Just tied for the most wins. The best win on your record is Henry Cejudo. After that is John Dotson, Ray Borg. But that's not Brandon Moreno 3 times. If you don't want to count Ultimate Fighter, okay. That's not Moreno 2 times. That's not Brandon Royval 2 times. Those 2 alone, get out of here. Okay? Get out of here. Anyways, I will be doing a biggest narrative shifts. It's going to drop tomorrow, so I don't want to talk about the future too much. I just want to recap what happened today. Kai Asakura, he came out. He got kind of dominated. I'm going to be honest. I mean, he landed his own, but he got kind of dominated. Pantoja pushing him back, landed what he want, landed a body kick, landed his left hook at will in the first round. Then in the second round, he just said, I'm going to out-scramble this guy, which Kai surprised me. He was able to scramble much better than I thought he was going to be able to, but yeah, that shit didn't matter. Pantoja looked fast in the striking, and Kai was supposed to be a super fast dude, super powerful dude. Didn't really look it compared to Pantoja. So, Pantoja proves why, hey man, he's the best flyweight in the world, maybe the best flyweight of all time. I think he's the best flyweight of all time, even though it doesn't have the 11 title defenses. I don't give a damn. He has better wins. Now, at some point, wins gotta count more than title defenses. I'm sorry to tell you. But, yeah. Kai Asakura gets choked unconscious by Alexander Pantoja. I'm going to go ahead and get to the main event. I had Shavkat winning 1, 2, and 4. Shavkat winning 1, 2, and 4. First 2 rounds was basically off of activity. Shavkat didn't really land much. Gary didn't land much. But in the first 2 rounds, it was clinch, and then whoever had the bigger strike in that round won. Shavkat had an overhand in one of the rounds and then had a spinning back fist in another one of the rounds. Those were the 2 biggest strikes of those rounds. He won those. But I think Gary did a great job of working the leg kick. I'm pretty sure Shavkat's leg is fucked. Second and third round, that leg was compromised. But Shavkat worked through it like the monster he is. Shavkat looked human. He looked immortal today. He got completely outstruck. But came down to the control, bigger moments. That was Shavkat. It was a little weird because I had Ian Gary winning early rounds. Then I thought Shavkat would win the later rounds. Didn't work that way. Ian Gary won 3 and 5. I think the judges had it correct. A little weird. Ian Gary just didn't get going. It took him 2 rounds to establish a jab. And going into the third, he hadn't even established a jab or his body shot. He just had to just go for it. Ian Gary did a great job. Shavkat did a great job closing that distance, not allowing Ian Gary much space. He looked very, very strong in the clinch. Ian Gary showed he could scramble, man. He could scramble. My thing is, Shavkat Rakhmonov should have been submitted tonight. On 3 different occasions, especially the rear naked choke. Pantoja showed Ian how it was done. It just sucks that Pantoja wasn't fighting before. Ian Gary kept almost threatening palm to palm and then kept going to the original hide the hand. And Shavkat's pulling the hand down. Stop trying to hide the hand. I don't know what Oliveira or Diego Lima was saying in the corner, but you go palm to palm, you crank that thing. Shavkat should have been submitted. The guillotine in tight, under the chin, beautiful torque, but he doesn't get a guard. What is he doing? So it's going to take more time for him to get polished. He's not quite polished in the submission, but grappling, wrestling, scrambling, did a great job against Shavkat. And that Bilal fight, I hope that fight shows that Bilal fight is a little closer than you guys are thinking. Cyril, casual parlay hit. Casual damn parlay. Cyril Gane was the last leg. Hey, don't matter how we got here. Casual parlay 4-1, we cashed. I think Volkov won this fight, though. I think Volkov won 3. 1 and 2 were close, but I don't think they both go to Gane. I would have to rewatch it. The first round, I give Gane. The second round, I give Volkov. Third round was obviously Volkov. But 1 and 2 were close. Like I said, I would have to rewatch it. 1 and 2 were close. I could see Gane winning the first round. Because I think he finished on top. Second round, they both rocked each other. Gane got the takedown in that round. Almost had a submission in that round. I don't know, bro. It was stinky. It was tough. This fight definitely got to rewatch. But in the moment, I thought Volkov won. I thought the parlay did not cash. Winning by split decision, Cyril Gane. Turn me up. Cyril Gane. He not that, bro. He not that. He just not that. He looked a little rusty in there. He broke his toes, though, in the first round, so he said. So that could be why the bouncing and the movement went away. He was losing his footing. Did not look that great in the octagon at all. And he admitted that himself. Volkov, if it is true that he was a wounded animal, Volkov, you're not that either, bro. You're not that either. I'm not talking about Bryce Mitchell and Kron Gracie. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't paying attention. I saw Kron Gracie kept pulling guard. Bryce Mitchell got tired of that shit. Boom! Stand him on the ground. Gave him 2 elbows. Sayonara. Good. Kron Gracie, fucking A, bro. I cannot stand that shit, bro. Dude, get this nigga off of Move on. Nate Landwehr versus Duho Choi. Yeah, I was wrong. I said Duho Choi was going to be cleaner, sharper. But he was going to be less durable and give ground. And Nate was going to go forward, pressure him. No. Duho Choi went forward, pressured Nate, dominated him. Nate couldn't touch him. UFC numbers are always wrong, but it says 114 strikes to 32. Also took him down 4 times. Took him down, let him back up, took him down again, playing with his food, and then finished him in the third with brutal ground and pound. Duho Choi, the resurgence in his career, it's really good. Not so fast. But Duho Choi looks nice. The Korean Superboy looks nice. Nate, brother, this fight proves you got to be skilled to compete in the lighter weight classes. The lighter you get in the weight classes, the more skilled you have to be to compete. And, brother, just going forward, being a tank, being sloppy, not being fast, and just trying to land a shot or try to win a scramble, that shit just ain't going to win your fights. It's just not. Duho Choi dominated him. Probably the most dominant victory on this card. Dominated him. So, hey. Prelims, main event. Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. Bro. Anthony Smith, dude. I've seen you too many times in on the leg, getting punched in the head, down on your knees, crumbling, looking like you want to be saved, but also fake acting like you want to stay in there. Bro, Anthony Smith, you're done. I was debating with Blake, should Anthony Smith go up to heavyweight? No, just Anthony, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're too slow. You're too slow. Your length is nice. Dominic, it took him a little second to get around that length, but you're slow as hell, and you don't hit hard. So you big for nothing. So these guys are out techniquing you, just being faster and boxing you up. If you go up to heavyweight, shit, as slow as you are, you probably not even gonna be much faster than them, and they're gonna hit harder. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Keep the suit on. Don't fight no more, bro. Call that shit a wrap. Make the ESPN and UFC checks on the commentator table. Leave them young bulls alone. Leave that damn octagon alone. Fuck wrong with you. Luque versus Luque Gorimbo. That was quick. I'm talking about, I'm on stream. I'm putting in information, right? I'm changing my titles. Saying what fight it is. I look up, right hook, Luque dropped him. Timba out on his feet. Think it's Darce choked. He got KO'd and knocked out in the same fight. But the fight didn't go long enough for me to see if Vicente was really back and if I should believe what all the shit he be talking about in the media. It didn't go long enough. He didn't face any adversity to see how he would react. Timba, bruh, it's tough to go out that way. That's going to make it even harder for you to jump into the top 15. Probably going to take 2 more fights to even get another top 15 shot, or 1 more fight, and then, I don't know, bro. The way you lost, it was quick. And the fight was too quick to just break down. Vicente came out, took the center. Right hook, as Timur tried to initiate a clinch. Dropped him bad. Bad. Vicente felt disrespected all week. Saying he's better than Timur everywhere. That was a flat. Bro, I don't know. Fight didn't go long enough, but I know he got brutally finished. Tough. Gargling and shit on the ground. Movsar Evloev versus Aljamain Sterling. I think the crowd was booing, but I had Movsar winning this fight. Now, I don't really remember which rounds. Damn, I'm trying to think. I had Movsar. Shit. I don't remember what rounds I had. I want to say 2 and 3. I want to say I had Movsar 2 and 3. Because round 1 was just so much control by Aljamain Sterling. By the time that Movsar was able to scramble out, there was like a minute left. He could barely land any strikes. So it wasn't enough time to steal the round back. Maybe a few extra seconds, he would throw that round back. Round 2, beautiful scrambles, beautiful back and forths. But every time it would come to a 50-50 position, Movsar would scramble, end up on top, land ground and pound. Ground and pound. See, the thing about Aljamain Sterling is he would have more control, more takedowns in the fight, but he's not doing damage. He's just worrying about control. And every time Movsar would reverse, even if it's less control time, reverse, end up on top, he's landing brutal ground and pound. Okay, I wouldn't say brutal. I wouldn't say brutal. Still no finisher from Movsar Evloev. I wouldn't say brutal, but he's landing ground and pound. He's doing damage. And that's what won him the fight. I think Aljo looked really good. I think he looked fast. I think he looked lengthy. I think he looked strong. Movsar looked like Movsar. You know, Aljamain, I could say, performed much better than I thought he would be able to perform. Thought he was kind of going to get ran through, right? And that's just not the case. But Movsar, I mean, he's probably next in line after Diego Lopez. Unless they want to do a Diego Lopez versus Movsar rematch. Wait, hold on. Diego Lopez fighting Volk, huh? That's a TKO. Man, that shit just blew my mood. I don't know what they're going to do. Brian Battle versus Randy Brown. Eye-opening win for Brian Battle. Eye-opening indeed. Eye-opening indeed. I'm going to be honest. It was close. You go Randy first round. You go Brian Battle second round. And then the third round, what do you like more? Randy, I think Randy at distance, like outside of the clinch, outstruck Brian Battle. But Brian Battle was able to get in that clinch for a significant amount of time. Control, land knees, land elbows, land shoulder strikes. It's eye-opening. It's tough. It doesn't help that he missed weight, right? Came in, had a tough fight, split decision, might have lost, might have won. That doesn't help with your stock, right? So it's tough. It's another fight that I would have to rewatch. In the moment, though, I had Randy Brown winning the fight. I did. I had Randy winning 1 and 3. But I could have seen, at this point, we hadn't seen how the judges are feeling. Are judges liking clinching more, or are they liking striking more? Because up to this point, we had all finishes, and Cody Durden and Josh Van was just a beatdown. So we didn't really get to the scorecards to see what they really prioritize. It was clinching. So that won him the fight. It was control. It was clinching. That won him the fight. Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. First leg of the casual parlay. Yeah. Just what I thought would happen. I actually thought it would go to decision, but I thought it would be dominant. In the second round, it ended up being dominant. But in the first round, I mean, Eric Anders got clipped and dropped. Was not looking good. Casual parlay was looking like it was on thin ice. Very, very early. But in the second round, the tide changed. Chris Weidman didn't really look like he wanted to be there. I mean, the ground and pound was not brutal at all, but it was 40 strikes unanswered, and he wasn't trying to scramble, even though Eric Anders wasn't really on top pressuring him. Chris could have got feet on the hips, kicked off, could have scrambled. He didn't. It looked like he wanted to get out of there. My thing is, if the ref let him start getting his ass whooped, with 2 minutes left in the fight. Why stop it and there's 9 seconds? I mean, at this point, you might as well let him make it to the stool. But I'm not mad at the stoppage. It wasn't brutal. It wasn't damaging. But, I mean, you weren't defending yourself. It didn't really look like you wanted to be there to me. So that, hey, do with that as you wish. Cody Durden versus Joshua Van. I was completely wrong. I did think it would go to decision. But I said if there was a finish, it was going to be on the Cody Durden side. Well, damn. Yeah, how'd that work out, huh? Complete fucking beatdown. Cody got melted. But we saw the pillow hands of Joshua Van. The dude lands 8 strikes per minute. Most strikes landed per minute in the UFC history. But, I mean, pillow hands, man. This is what it is. But damn, I thought Cody would be able to. Josh Van was much faster. I ain't gonna lie. I was right because I picked Josh Van. Right? I picked Josh Van by decision. But I was wrong in thinking Cody would certainly win a round and that the plus 3.5 was live. I'm glad I didn't throw it in the casual parlay. Glad I made the change. But Cody got melted, bro. Melted. Jacob from We Want Picks. I ain't gonna lie. This was a rough week. This is a rough week for you, bro. It really was. Michael Chiesa versus Max Griffin. Max Griffin got styled on. I ain't really pay that much attention during the fight. I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting upstream. Looked like Max Griffin was getting styled on, though. Like, half paying attention, Max Griffin was kind of getting styled on. Michael Chiesa kind of got whatever he wanted. Walked him down. Controlling the striking, controlling the distance. Got it to the ground. Took his back. See you later. So, not much to say about that. I said that Michael Chiesa was a big old man. Yes, I know Max Griffin's older, but that was wrong. I was wrong. I said Chris Weidman is in UFC level. Maybe he beat those allegations with the drop, with the flash knockdown against Eric Anders. I'm going to stick to my guns, though. I don't think Chris Weidman's UFC level. Moving on, Clay Guida versus Chase Hooper. I feel bad for Clay Guida, bro. I do. He stood no chance. A guy that when you watch him fight, you can see that he's still a good fighter. I mean, nothing crazy, not ranked level, but he's still a good fighter. He's fast. He can wrestle. Got a little power in the shots. But you look at the people that he's fought, and it's like it's not fair. It's not fair. So, yeah. Like Chase Hooper, bro. What the fuck was we going to do against Chase Hooper? Like, Grant Dawson gets easier matchups than fucking Clay Guida. Okay, that's crazy. But, like, you gave fucking Michael Chiesa Max Griffin. You gave fucking Bryce Mitchell. You gave Bryce Mitchell Cron Gracie. And my nigga Clay Guida gets Chase Hooper. That's crazy. That's crazy, UFC. You wild for that. Then Kennedy Nzechukwu, just like I thought. First round KO. I mean, like I said, Mick Parkin KO'd this guy in first round. It was only a matter of time. Lucas, you in the wrong weight class. You ain't good enough. You ain't skilled enough to go down to 205. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably more KOs to come, more ass whoopers to come for you. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I got. Tune in tomorrow for the biggest narrative shifts. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this to a friend. How about that algorithm? Why don't you? You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here, man. Yeet.